Hey everyone, it's Brittney from the Pretty Plus. Another month, another dollar, and I am here to share with you how my April 2019 budget went for my family. So, if you can't tell, I'm in my bed, very comfortable right now. Got a blanket. One of my cats insists on being in this room right now. If you hear her meow or see like my computer just like go flying, it's because she's jumped upon me and she's staring at me right now. She's probably plotting. But anyway, I am going to just share with you how my month went. If you are following along or you watched my April budget with me video, then you may know that we were trying to spend less this month with a $150 grocery budget and $0 for a restaurant budget and just some minimal spending. And it worked out okay. I'll get into it and then I'll explain things as I go because that's the easiest thing to do, right? So, all these things that are basically the same every month are still the same. $901 for our mortgage, $412 for our 2-car payments, $167 for our phones, $70 for our internet. There's a little cat. She's not going to make it in this video, I'm sure. She's very aware of not being in videos, but you never know. One thing that I did change about mid-month was the budget for our gas and electric. I had boosted it up because I had realized that we had been going over, and I just attributed it to it being cold outside, right? And so it had gone from $200, which we were doing pretty easily, like easily staying within the right around $200 every month. And then I started allotting $250 for the last few months. And then this month we got a notice on our door that said that the water company had come back out for a second check because they got a really high reading. And then when they did the second check, they concluded that it was the correct reading. So I called them to see what was going on, and they told me that usually we use like 4 to 5 units of water. And then the previous month, which was a high month and we went over, we had done 9 units, which we were like, oh shoot, that's crazy. And then they were like, but the problem is this month your units are at 21, so you need to check all your toilets and your sinks and just make sure nothing's like running. And to our surprise, our toilet in the basement, which is like a fully functioning bathroom down there. My husband uses it mainly for showers. He showers down there because it's just a shower, not a tub. And we don't use it very often at all. So down there, it was just running, and apparently it had just been running for I would guess a month and a half. It was a pretty easy fix, and my husband, who will tell you himself, he's not a handyman, was able to fix it, and that's all fine and dandy, and it'll be good for next month. But this month we spent $296 on our gas and electric together. So, very high. Long explanation to tell you that we went over in that budget, but I did a lot for us probably going over, so we actually ended up being $4 under the new amount. Daycare was $500. We save for the next month in advance for daycare, which reminds me I need to take a check with me tomorrow when I go to daycare. Anyway, yeah, $500 for that, for May's daycare. Online subscription for us, it's just Hulu, and it's $12. Groceries, we went to exactly $150, which was our budget. I mentioned this in a video that I posted yesterday, and it was that we did go to the 150, but then we did have a tiny trip, like less than $10 trip, where we bought crap we really didn't need, soda and Oreos, Easter candy, that kind of little haul, and I paid for that with my own like personal spending money. So it wasn't any extra groceries, but technically we did go. Joey and North, I didn't allot for anything for them this month, but I ended up needing to get some litter and litter liners. So that was $12. And yeah, went over $12. Anyway, medical bills. That's another thing that we usually allot $200 because we have two bills that are $100 each. And then I just randomly got a bill for a surgery that I had 2.5 years ago. And I was able to put it on a plan for $25 a month. And so now it's $225. But one of the things, I like making it even, like rounded every time. And since Clara continues to go to the doctor, we still get doctor bills that are added on there. So the extra $2 I did as well. So $227 is what we spent on medical bills this month. Our credit card monthly minimum payment was $40, and we paid that. Okay. We spent $0 on restaurant or entertainment. We spent exactly $200 on gas this month. Kind of. We had a $50 gift card for Speedway, so we used that all up as well. I'm not sure why we had so much more gas this month than we usually do, but we did. So, whatever, guys, gotta spend. I think it was really much higher than it usually is, I guess. I don't know. But we spent $200 exactly. $40 for our allowance, which is $20 per person per month, and that will be changing next month. You can check out my May budget with me to see what that will be changing to. All of our sinking funds are the next thing. So family needs, insurance, car sinking fund, house sinking fund, Mason gift sinking fund, Friendsgiving sinking fund, pet sinking fund, medical sinking fund, vacation sinking fund, and present sinking fund all got the same normal contribution that they always get. And you can see my video. Nori! That's not Nori. I just yelled at my cat, but it wasn't her. It's outside. Rain. Anyway, sorry beginning of that. I have a video about sinking funds that you can watch whenever you feel the need to. So for the month, we brought in $4,311 of income. And I'm going to explain something to you that was a total fail for me this month. And it's why you should always pay attention to your work emails. I had allotted the pretty much normal amount for what I get at work. And I typically underestimate a little bit. So we have a little bit extra in the over on mine. Brett is salaried, so his is the same every time, but mine varies because I have different hours and I have some different bonuses I can get at work. And we also get reimbursement for some of the daycare. So anyway, usually mine is underestimated and we have a little bit over, and it's just kind of exciting to get a little bit more. And this month I got less, and the reason is I did not pay attention to an email telling me that they upped the match on our 401k, which is awesome. However, when they upped the match to 6%, they automatically opted everyone into 6%, and we are trying to pay off debt, so we only put 1% in right now. We want to keep a little bit going in there, but we realize that our debts have a higher interest than our rate of return. So we have made the conscious effort to, until we have no credit cards that we aren't contributing the max amount to our 401k like we were before, and we will continue doing that later. All that being said, I had a few really good bonuses that I was supposed to get, and I paid $625 for daycare, so I was supposed to get about $100 back for daycare reimbursement. And so I thought that my checks were going to be much bigger than they were, and they ended up being less on both of my checks by $97. All of that to say, read your emails. Pay attention, because I was so confused and ended up being out loud to my coworkers. I only have a few people in the office with me, being like, oh my gosh, what the heck? Why did this happen? And they were like, oh, did you pay attention to your 401k email? And I was like, no. And they were like, that's the problem. That's what happened. So It was what happened. Cool. Cool, Brittney. Anyway, that being said and done, we had $804 left over to put to surplus, and I'll show you how I used that. Claire's expenses this month were, what is that, 50? Can't do math. $50 in formula. I got bottles and socks for her for $22. Copay and medication were $43. I finally found a baby book that I really liked and found a good deal on the one that I really loved, and I purchased it. We did put money in from the sinking fund to cover it, so that was $97. And we got 2 rompers. She doesn't have a lot of summer clothes or like spring summer clothes. She gets hot really easily. The reason she doesn't is because when we bought all of her clothes in the beginning, we just figured that, she would be in summer clothes at like 6 to 9 months summer clothes, but she was born very tiny, so right now she will be in about 3 months for the beginning of summer, so I needed to get a few things that she could wear to daycare. 2 rompers, Sam's Club, and then I show in there the $100 transfer I did from her baby savings, like her sinking fund, which we're using for things in the first year of her life that she's just inevitably going to need. So that was $123 total for what we spent on Clara. A little bit more than usual, but I don't feel like any of it was unnecessary at all. So there we go. We were able to put $410 to our Citi card, which is our last card payment. It's technically, the balance is sitting in our HELOC because the interest is much lower there, but we're still considering our credit card. Until it's totally paid off, then we're not considering ourselves credit card debt free, even though we don't technically have balances on our credit cards. We paid $203 to Indiana state tax. I ended up needing antibiotics and medication for tooth problems that I was having, and that was $35. We had a little March Madness bet with each other, and that paid out $20. Did I do that in March? I don't remember. Anyway, that was $20. And then Goodwill, we spent $13. That was on a few onesies for Clara, like some books, and a swing that we wanted for the backyard for her that we were going to pay the $25 it would normally be, and we found it for $5. So $13 at Goodwill. Yeah, so I think that's a really good... Stop, North. That was the cat. I think it's a really good month. I haven't updated this yet, which is $5,590 was our final April total. I can never get these ones over here to actually look how I want them. It's driving me nuts. Anyway, that is the end of my budget review. I'd say overall, pretty okay month. I'm not upset about it. It was looking bleak if we would have left in like our normal $200 to $250 grocery budget, and if we would have left in the restaurant budget, then we probably wouldn't have had much of a payment really for our Citi card. So yeah, I'll consider it a pretty good win. If you're interested in seeing some of the changes that we have coming up for the next month and seeing me budget for a 3-paycheck month from me, then you can go ahead and subscribe so that you can see the video that I post tomorrow, which will be my May budget with me. If you like videos like this, be sure to give me a thumbs up so I know. You can subscribe to the channel. You can find me on the internet at The Pretty Plus on Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, and Twitter. And you can always find me on theprettyplus.com. I thank you so much for watching, and I hope you come back soon to hang out. Bye, guys.